Mr Speaker.
Katrina Shanks.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. It's my pleasure to take a call on the Waitaha Claim Settlement Bill today. I'd like to welcome all the representatives to Parliament and to the House today, and it's good to see so many of you in the gallery. And it's also, I'd like to acknowledge the youth in our gallery today, because actually these settlements aren't just about recognising the past and what's happened in the past, but they're about ensuring we have a strong foundation for the youth going forward. And it's important that they're here today so they can tell these stories to their children and their children's children, that they were here today and they witnessed this very historic moment for your iwi. And it is an historic moment, and it has been a long journey. And many of you have worked very, very hard to get here today, and I'd like to acknowledge that. And also those of you who aren't here with us today, and I see some pictures in the gallery that have been brought along, and I'll acknowledge those who haven't got to this point of the journey and the work that they've done. Also, I'd like to acknowledge the Minister Finlayson, and all the work that he's done to ensure that we've got many of these treaty settlements into the House and into their third readings and getting out the other side of that, and also the work that Tauhanare does, who's the chair of the Māori Affairs Select Committee. We sit on that committee, and it's a very hard-working committee, and he's always very focused in getting these bills through the committee as fast as we possibly can. We always go out to the iwi, we always go into the communities, we always go into the maraes, and as a Member of Parliament, we're privileged to do that, because what it allows us to do is to hear your stories, to hear the history, to get an understanding of it. So when we look at this bill, we have a much greater understanding of the journey to get to this bill, to make sure it's the best that it possibly can be for you during this process. So in this particular bill, we talk about an agreed historical account, which is extremely important, an apology from the Crown, cultural redress, financial redress, which are all important aspects of this treaty equally. I'm not going to take a long call today, because it's important we get this bill passed today, and we are time limited for this session. So I want to wish you well. I want to thank you for everything you've done to get to this stage, and I hope that we can work together, the Crown and iwi, in a constructive, positive way to make a real difference to the people in your iwi and the people in our community and the people in New Zealand. Thank you very much, Mr Speaker. I commend this bill to the House.